How's it going, guys? It's Thomas on Planet Tech. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are doing well. I am joined by my good friend, not that Sam Smith. How you doing, buddy?
So good.
So good. What's it like
So
to
good.
what's it like to have slept again?
Oh, I haven't been doing much since sleeping. Past fortnight.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We are going to be recapping Bricktastic 2025. I had to have a week at least off before even thinking about Lego. And I think I'm just about ready to discuss and start interacting with a plastic brick again. But before we get started, let's check in with everyone in chat. Make sure you have liked the stream before we get started. That would be much appreciated. He'll put a big old smile on Sammy Sausage's face.
Oh, it really will.
Hey guys, hey Mike, how you doing? Brandon's here as well. Anyone else still wonky? that's one, but yeah, I relate to that. I relate to that. Gaz says I don't think I've caught up on sleep yet. I'm not surprised, Gaz. I'm not surprised. You were, I think Gaz might be the only one that probably was awake, like almost as much, if not as much as we were. I don't know.
I'd put Dan from 2 Gables up there.
That's so valid to be fair. that man likes to party.
It doesn't stop. It's truly something to behold.
It really is, yeah, it really is. Hey Simon, how you doing? Lurking as I've just got home, no worries. Hey Carrie, good to see you. Lauren's here as well, can't wait for this. Hey
Lauren, we've got some tales.
Is everyone full of pancakes? I have not had pancakes today. Penelope had some blueberry, or a bit of a blueberry pancake. I think Paige is eyeing up some blueberry pancakes. Sam, did you have pancakes today?
Entirely forgot.
Oh, sham.
I know, brutal.
Unbelievable. I do like a good old pancake, but yeah, not for me this year. Not for me. Okay, so oh hey Boff, how you doing? How you doing, Joe? Is this where we finally hear the tale of the pod race in 2025? Yeah, I mean, there's not loads to it. We're gonna have to try and drag this one out a bit, Sam. I think.
I don't think we are. I've got a lot to say. I don't know about you.
Oh, this should be good. This should be good. What he's actually done is said, "Yeah, I'll come on and talk pod race with you." What he's gonna do is bollock me for 2 hours.
Yeah, we're ready to go. When do you want to start? When do we want to go back to begin this?
The fact he's got loads to say is actually really worrying me now.
It's fine. We'll be fine.
Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. What do you think of it? Yeah, fair, Lauren. Absolutely fair. Before we do get started, a quick mention. Sam, did you see? Well, there's actually a couple of leaks we'll talk about quickly.
There has been,
first the U-wing.
Yeah, it's the strangest angle for it to first leak at, which is annoying.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a backside view.
Yeah,
the part
it's giving very much like over the shoulder.
Yeah, to be fair, with that set, I wasn't too invested in the actual set. It was the figures.
Same.
And they do look pretty good. I think the K2SO does have the printing on the side.
That's good.
It's very blurry, so I'm not 100%, but there is a little white mark there.
Good. Okay. Good stuff. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, man? Red Carnage, good to see you. Do we have video of Sam's dance moves? Oh, there is. Unfortunately, with the free version of Streamlabs, you can't upload any media.
What
like
a damn shame!
I know. And I'm just, not that I think any of those sorts of videos exist anyway.
I know there's plenty of you as well, so
don't worry, we're sweeping it under the rug. Don't worry.
I'll call up Maxine and like
yeah, no. If she pops in chat, block.
Yeah.
Let's keep her out of here. Oh dear. Well, I guess I'm done here. I just wanted dancing. Well, maybe if you didn't just like turn into bed at like a normal person at like 11 o'clock.
You could have come a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I had a great time. And the other one, Beauty and the Beast Castle. Thoughts?
Woo!
Not
Um,
asked.
it's not, when I think iconic Disney castles, it's not up there for me.
No, that's completely fair.
So I don't think I was ever going to be invested in it.
No,
But
that's
for the
fair.
people that it's for and like it, cool. I kind of wish they did the Beast as like a Hagrid size figure.
Yeah, I'm a bit let down with Beast in general. I think they've kept like too much of the cartoony eyes as well
from the Friends version.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, he could have done with being a little bit bigger, I think. Does he have the I didn't actually notice. Does he have the like the legs, the specially molded legs that
No, he's
No.
got dual molded legs, but they're not
Right.
the animal ones.
Not okay. That's also annoying then. But yeah, I really like it. But you are right. Like for all of the Disney princess films with iconic castles, Beast's castle isn't actually all that iconic. Partly because it's so like gothic and so dark for most of the film.
I never knew it was purple.
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
it's always in like massive shadows.
Yeah, I think once that rose, once that final petal fell, it gave a bit of a paint job as well. And spruced it up a bit, but we've uploaded vids to stream. I don't know what you're on about, Carrie. Don't know. It won't let me do it.
I'll just send a quick DM to someone.
Look, I admit, so haha, 8 hours is me partying. Fair. You can screen share it. I don't think you can. No, it won't let me do it. Sorry, guys. I would love to do that, but it's not purple in the animation. I would die on this hill. Fair, Lauren. Fair. Hey, Cabbage as well. Hello. Still hungover. I don't know what you're on about. I don't think I got hungover. Did I get hungover? I think I was okay, you know.
No, you didn't sleep enough to get hungover.
That's very true. Yeah, that is very true. Hang on, is Beauty taller than Beast in the set with a slope as a dress piece? Almost, I think. Yeah, almost. Hey TJ, how you doing, mate? Yeah, saw you guys had a great time in Manchester. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it yesterday. It was a good time. I think. Sam, would you agree?
Eventually, it was.
Eventually we can.
Which we will get into.
Which we will get into. Absolutely. But no, I you're right. The Beauty and the Beast castle itself isn't that iconic, but for what it is, I'm really impressed
for big Disney heads like yourself. It'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit of a I'm starting to get quite behind on some of the Disney sets, and the problem is most of them are just like 200 quid plus, or like from 150 to like 250.
Yeah, I saw that they just announced they're doing a 100 quid Moana boat. Why do we need a 100 pound Moana boat?
We've had 3 of those like
I feel like that's the only set Moana gets every single time. It's the same boat.
It was like 25 quid. The most recent one's like 55, and then we're getting 100 one. But we are getting the Maui Big Fig back, which is cool. That's why, honestly. That's why.
Because they knew they could bump it up that much.
Okay, so Bricktastic. 100 pound boat, why not 200? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, sorry. One more thing. The other one, the riverboat. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think I've ever seen a set I cared less about than that riverboat.
Wow.
It looks so dull.
What?
The biggest Lego ideas set ever. And it's just a boat. Not even like a cool boat.
It is a cool boat.
It's not a cool boat.
That's crazy. Mike, did you? I posted a story the other day, and like my headcanon is that it's the Mark Twain boat, which is a boat that was built for Disneyland. That appears at the end of Fantasmic, and it has like all of the characters on it. So I think I'm pretty much going to be just pimping out that with with a load of. It looks identical. I have to say.
So you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah.
Well, someone is. At least that fan designer is getting his 1% off someone.
Yeah, that boat is so boring. Great for parts though. Oh, very American. It is. Boats. Yeah, I'm going down a train boat. I've been ticking off. So, I mean, we're talking about boats
You got
here.
24 Moana boats to catch up on.
Yeah, I actually do.
Have you got any of them?
I think I bought the like cheaper 25 pound one at some point. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was gonna say I'm actually ticking off a lot of my like boat and train like white whales and stuff recently, but it appears that just when I do that, the more that gets added on, which is unfortunate. Still need to get the Titanic.
When's that going?
I don't know. They didn't. Did they? They weren't selling that this weekend, were they? At that store, were they?
I feel like they might have been.
They
like at the
probably were.
beginning, they might have had a very small amount.
Yeah, that's annoying. But yeah. See, I'd have thought you'd be all ready for the blue wave. I'm here for the blue wave. I know there's a lot of people don't like it, but I am very much here.
I don't know if I'm going to be sticking my foot in here and getting people's backs up with this. But what is it about Bluey that gets people so excited? Because I watched an episode, because it's all on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I don't get it even slightly.
I think it's. I'm well on board with it being fantastic.
But what? But why?
Because the concept of. And I think this is.
I don't see anything different between that and like a Peppa Pig.
Whoa. Sam doesn't have a heart. Exactly, Lauren. Exactly. Yeah, Sam, it's so wholesome. I think it's the concept of, from a parent's perspective. I think it's the idea that like, instead of them having to go on like crazy adventures, they're just like, it's like all imagination and you're just watching them play. And I think that's like really, really, really nice. But yeah, I don't know. I really like it. I love Bluey because it's not Peppa Pig. I completely agree. Bluey over Peppa Pig any day. Peppa Pig is still banned here. Ordinary is extraordinary. Exactly, Lauren. We're getting messages through about Bluey. This is
yeah. I think I'm slightly
you rather the crowd, Sam. Oh, the Titanic was 400. Missed that one. What is it? Is it retail 650?
Something like that, yeah.
Or is it 520? I don't know. I think I started the Bluey fan club. Honestly, it's great. It's great. It's one of the few things that Penelope will sit and watch, and she sings along to the start to the song. It's very, very cute.
Also, 20-second Eurovision diversion, because I know it's like public and no one wants to talk about it. But Joe, are you as disappointed as I am about the news today? That's all I'll say. Move on to the next thing.
Fantastic. Right.
He'll know what it means.
Great content. Isn't a cartoon that works for kids and parents something in it for exactly? Yeah, it's
but like I think that's good, but I don't get what's appealing to it for parents.
It's just wholesome. It's just
fun.
But
like all the kid shows are wholesome.
No, not all of them. Peppa Pig's twisted, man.
Why?
Peppa Pig's just rough. Like, it's not good. Do you want to wager in on the Peppa Pig Bluey debate before you come in on the mic? Pace, I feel like he's got some strong opinions on this. Come on.
Oh no.
I hate Peppa Pig.
Why do you hate Peppa Pig? Ooh, you're getting stage fright. It's all the lights.
No. I don't know why. I think she's awful.
She thinks she's awful.
Yeah, and the dad's lazy. Never plays with them.
That's true. There you go.
Yeah.
Bad role model.
Yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
Bluey,
Yeah.
it's just teaching kids cool games to play with their family.
There you go. It's cute, isn't it? We
Okay.
like Bluey.
We like Bluey.
We're getting all the Bluey sets
Yes, we are.
and the Duplo.
Yes, we are.
There's not that many. What is there, like four sets and 3 Duplo sets or something?
I think it's 4 and 2.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a polybag.
Sound. We can do that, can't we?
To be fair, I only did episode 1. Maybe episode 2 is a masterpiece.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need to firm it for a bit longer, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam is that awkward age where he's too old for Bluey, but young enough that the adult references go over his head.
What are the adult references? Like,
oh dear. No, Bluey is definitely for parents too. There we go. The 18+ Scottish sweary Peppa Pig is pretty funny though. I've seen the live action Peppa Pig memes. They're a bit bit graphic. Definitely 18+. Can we have Paige's opinion on what tech was like walking in through the door after Bricktastic? Paige, come back.
no, I was shocked what happened when we got back from Bricktastic.
Oh yeah.
What you did.
Sweaty and tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I literally. So I've been doing this thing since the 1st of September.
We're going to start at the end and then we're going to go back to the beginning.
Yeah, we'll work backwards. Yeah.
Of the story.
Yeah. From the 1st of September, every day I've ran at least a mile. And it's now something like an obsession that I now can't kick because I feel really bad if I don't do it. So every day I've got to run at least a mile. Stupidly, well, for 2 reasons. One, I was never going to get up on the Sunday early enough to go for my run anyway. And we'll get into that again later.
Why that was.
I was anticipating not getting up early enough anyway, let alone what actually happened.
Mhm.
And then I couldn't go for my run when I didn't have a hotel room to go back to and shower. Otherwise, I'd just been lingering in sweat all day, and that's not nice for anyone. And then it was raining really bad on the way home. And so
it was raining all of the Sunday pretty much.
Yeah. And a mile takes me about 7.5 to 8 minutes if I'm really quick. Yeah, about 7.5, 8 minutes. We pulled into the drive at 11:50.
Yeah. When we were packing up, it was like, we're gonna be gone by 8 o'clock, right? Because I was like, trying to like work out the maths of how long he had to drive, so he's got enough time to get his run in. And I was like, I think so.
I actually would have pulled over somewhere and just done it in what I was wearing, and like halfway up the road if I needed to. But no, what was so annoying is I went the wrong, I missed the turning off one of the motorways, and it added like 6 minutes to the journey.
Yeah, I remember that. And
I was like,
really
no,
stressed out.
I was infuriated. But anyway, yeah. So I bombed it round, and I managed to get my. It was
to the point where when we parked up outside of Tech's place. He didn't even go say hi to Paige. He just went out running to say, "Sam, you go in. I'll be with you in 10 minutes."
Yeah, I was like, I was at a short window. I didn't have my headphones, and I had to pull over to charge my watch before we got home, so it had enough charge so I could do my run. Anyway, all palaver. Anyway, got it in though, so we the streak continues. But yeah, so that was what so when I walked through the door for Bricktastic, I was huffing and puffing, and very sweaty. But other than that, I think we turned up in pretty good spirits, didn't we? We were quite tired, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, we'll roll it back. We'll dial it back. So like,
when do we want to begin?
How far do we want to go back? How far can we go back without losing too much of the audience here?
I'd say go from the Thursday.
So on the Thursday, yeah. So I last streamed on the Sunday, maybe, or something, Monday or something. I can't remember now. But yeah, so there was still a wee bit to do on the mock.
A wee bit.
A wee bit to do on the mock. So Thursday, the plan was that Sam was going to come up here, and then we were going to drive up. and yeah, so it's I mean, I feel like you're better at telling the story, and I'll fill in.
Okay. So I basically had. So I was like I knew what I had to get done because Kerry and Ian were taking the stands up for me on my behalf, which I'm very, very thankful for them to do because there would not have been a mock without them, because it was potentially going to be Tech taking them in his van as well. There was not enough space for them, so we very much needed that. So thank you again. But I by like the Wednesday night, so we were planning to travel up on the Thursday because we could set up from like 8 o'clock on the Friday morning. So it was like, it'd be good to be there the night before. That's when we had our hotels booked and such and such. So I was like, and I had 3 stands left to finish before I had everything done because I'd taken them all to America and all gotten trashed, and I didn't have the heart to build them until I left it far too late to rebuild a lot of them. So I had 3 to finish that Wednesday night. They came earlier in the Wednesday evening and took all of the stands but those 3. And I was like, right, well, I'm just not going to go to sleep tonight and finish these 3 stands. So the Wednesday night, I didn't sleep. Now, this is very important. This whole thing is tracking each of our sleep timelines and how many hours each of us have been awake between all of this. And very integral to the story and how things turned out. And then Thursday at about noon, they came and picked up the rest of the stands, and I was like, right, now time to pack my suitcase and head up to Tex, because we'd never actually set out a time, which we probably should have done.
Well, to be fair, I think we were both reasonably sensible in the expectation that we were probably going to have some building to do. The idea was just that it would have been nice to be up there at a reasonable time, maybe to have like caught dinner or caught a drink with whoever was up there.
Yeah, because there was plans. There was plans for like a Lego store trip and stuff, and we did not make that.
No, we did not.
by a good 12 hours, we didn't make that. Oh God. Yeah. So basically, it was the different group chats and like of people saying, "I'm almost there," or "I'm outside the pub," and we still
Andy and Helen getting there, like
home building this together.
Andy and Helen were there at like stupid in the morning, like 9-10 in the morning or something, and I was like, "Oh God, here we go. It's going to be a long day."
I was like, and there's a picture started coming in of them all together going off in their Lego star trips, and I was like, still building, still building on the other side of the country.
Oh, I hate us. Go on.
So I end up like I still had to like actually pack all my clothes and stuff and the rest of the stuff I was bringing out, which was like all of the base plates, a lot of the ones with my base plates with the rocks on, all of like the supports, all of that stuff. So I still had to pack all that stuff in, as well as my clothes, as well as shower, all that stuff. So I end up leaving my house at like 6. I then missed the first train I was going to take because there wasn't any Ubers around to take me to the train station. So I missed the first train that I was supposed to be on. So I was waiting at the train station for a good 50 minutes. And then I get on the train. All the trains go fine. And then I get to Tex at about 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that.
Yeah, probably 20 past 8.
Paige picks me up and takes me to Tex's house. And what did I walk in on? Take it from there.
Yeah, that sounds horrific. I was stark bollock naked.
No, not that. What was the situation? And I texted him before saying, like, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be a case of. I knew Tech still had stuff to build. I didn't know how much he still had to build.
Well, yeah.
So it was when I was like before I was texting him and I said like, when I get there, how long do you reckon you'll? Because he said I might need to do a little bit of building when I get there. So I said, how long do I need when I get to you before we can go? You said to me, oh, about an hour, and then we can go. Like, okay, fair enough.
And to be fair, the task that I had set you, you did do in about an hour. In about an hour, which
That
is
that 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 is true.
that is true. Um, yeah, the cave didn't have a roof, nor much of a back,
More much of a cave.
or or much of an exit. So what? Yeah, it was. Some might say incomplete. Some might use work in progress. It wasn't where I envisioned it being. By the time we left, and yeah, Sam, bless him, hadn't slept at this point.
At what point did you think this isn't making it, or did you think
What do you mean it wasn't making it?
like you knew that when we were displaying at Bricktastic, the cave wasn't going to be done, or did you still think we'd get it finished in time?
I have such an inability. And I know people, and I know people are like you're an idiot, and I am. But like I have such an and it's not just in Lego either. I have such an inability on being able to put like a time frame on something,
Yeah.
and I don't know why. My concept of being able to say, oh, that's going to take this long, or that's going to take I can't even ballpark it.
Yeah.
That and just being in the most like happy-go-lucky attitude of like it will get done, it will just keep going kind of thing. Because I was like, oh, I'll just get up there, I'll start building, and then the next day we've got the whole day to set up, so there's the other little bits that need doing. I know there's other people that could help me with.
Yeah. 12 hours of setup time sounds like a long time.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it wasn't for you.
We'll get to that.
So at the point of us leaving here, what added probably a good hour on us leaving was me just trying to pack enough pieces that I could then have up there to do more work on stuff.
Yeah.
That probably added an hour on us leaving, but we left and it was.
I want to find we're in the WhatsApp group. They said to us, "What time are you leaving?" We said the time and the reactions.
I think you text saying, you texted saying,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
just leaving now.
We're just leaving now at midnight.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right, let's catch up with chat before we go any further.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So obviously Sam had not slept at this point. PB, hello, how you doing? KO as well. I can't remember if I said hello to you. Welcome on in. I'm so sad I didn't get to witness it. You're a better man than me, sir. Very true, Simon. Tech is what we call Delulu on time. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I really, really struggle with it. And it winds me. Like I know it must be frustrating for you guys to watch me do it every single time, but it winds me up too. But like I said, I do it at work as well. I'll be like, okay, that'll take me 25 minutes. And I've even tried adding, I've doubled the time it takes to do stuff sometimes that I say it, and then it just seems to take me long. I don't know what it is. In fairness, there was a lot of the same color, probably got blindness to after a while. There was definitely that come the early hours of Saturday morning. But yeah, anyway, so we head out about 12. It was pretty much
So we got a text at 9 o'clock saying, "Have we left yet?" We didn't respond. And then it got to 11:30 where they said, "Can you confirm you're still alive as we're all turning in and we don't want to worry about you?" So I said at 12 minutes past midnight, we're leaving text just now. And then, do you know what time we got to the hotel? Or what time at least I got to the hotel? 4:22.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so that was a bit rough. Anyway, so I parked up. I had to stop for petrol on the way up. And I had 2 Red Bulls as well. So I was feeling okay.
Oh yeah. The concept. How long have you been awake?
So I woke up
Because
at,
like I go to sleep. I'm now asleep about 5 minutes into this car ride after about
yeah. So,
Yeah.
so obviously I had to drive. So that was what, like 4 hours in the car. That Sam managed to claw back some sleep hours. I I had the Rebel, and I got to Manchester, and honestly, like, I felt fine. I knew there was like, I think because in my head I knew that there was still loads of stuff that I could be doing. I also didn't sleep, so I carted a load of stuff to the hotel room, started working on that. And then and I also kind of was in the mindset of like, if I fell asleep now, probably wouldn't wake up for a substantial amount of time. So I got into the hall at about 8:20, something like that. Sort of bumped into a few people. Saw Nicole, saw Martin when I first walked in. And I was just like finding our spot, went and checked in and things like that. And then I started bringing the mock in. Just like the parts from the car that I knew that I had left, because I knew that they were actually done and they would be quite easy to set up. So I started pulling all that stuff in while the cave that still needs to be built was back in the hotel. And the idea was I was going to set everything up there and then go back to the hotel and work on some of that. Hey Nicole, how you doing? No, don't worry, guys. You'll get your praise. It is coming. It is absolutely coming.
A lot of people's praise is coming.
Yeah.
Everyone's praise but me and Tech.
yeah, absolutely. So Bricktastic next year is January. It's not even, Simon. Like, so we'll get into, and you can pull out the road promises spreadsheet towards the end of the stream.
This is going to the top of the spreadsheet.
We got some.
This is
we got
highlighted, underlined at the top of the spreadsheet.
I've got some new, not even like rules that I'm like abiding by now. I have laws. I have laws that I must abide by, otherwise I will be locked up. So it gets to about like 10:30, still setting up. So in fairness, Sam's parting farewell, because we were in different hotels this year. Sam's parting farewell was, whatever you do, just keep ringing me, or can you ring me at about like 7:30?
I said
whatever you do,
4:23
just keep ringing.
In that same chat. Please blow my phone up tomorrow. I need to be there as early as possible.
So I think I rang you first at like 7:30-ish.
I woke up to 7 missed calls or whatever it was.
7 feels light. Every time someone walked up to me or like someone else come over, it's like, have you heard from Sam yet? I was like, no, I'm gonna ring him now.
I want to see if I've
the big red number next to my name on
yeah,
your phone.
Tech 7. Yeah, 7 from Tech, 1 from Gaz.
There we go.
That's right.
Yeah. Phone well and truly blown up. So
because I made the mistake of booking my hotel quite late. And it meant that I didn't stay in the same hotel as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed one that was about a 5-minute walk away from the main hotel. Because of that, no one like kind of could get in to wake me up, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm if you know the stream, you know that or if you've heard the stories, I'm a heavy sleeper.
Lawrence, but Reed, Sam is the deepest sleeper in the UK.
That is I have heard that.
It's been known.
It has been said.
Yeah.
And it meant that despite setting numerous alarms, they weren't enough. And like part of me, when I was setting the alarms and going to sleep, I kind of knew. I was like, sure, we'll wake up at like
I have the
It's
mental
scary.
image of you laying in bed, setting all these alarms for every like 5 minutes for like
Honestly.
3 hours, just going, that's pointless. Down, rolling over. But it's true, like it's true.
They'll still be in my phone, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
it was optimistic to say the least. There you go.
I had them all ready to go off.
It was optimistic to think that, and to be fair, I'd be exactly the same if I was on. You worked out as like 40 hours, right? Like you were awake for.
No, you were the exact same. We'll get to that on the next day.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I would be the same. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I think from the Wednesday morning, I had a shift that started at 7, so I think I was up from like 5:30 on to like the next day, and then the next day after at like midnight, slept for 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
Which isn't a lot, and then sleeping again. So I was gonna.
Yeah. So you rocked up. So bearing in mind that one of the big perks and one of the big reasons we thought, oh, the potential for the pod race has got a lot
one
easier.
of the thought, like because last year we struggled with setup time. I was like, oh, we've got so much more time this year.
So they opened at 8 instead of midday. Sam, what time did you roll into the hall?
I believe it was about 11, 11:30.
Was it?
There was 3 hours late, right?
I thought it was after the setup. I thought it was after 12.
Everything I heard was that I was 3 hours late.
Can anyone fact check this?
What time did I? Yeah, I'm gonna go through the messages.
Or maybe we would just say, because we were saying like when people were asking, I was like, yeah, all this extra setup time that we were so grateful for has just gone out the window. But maybe we didn't quite get to that point yet. Yeah, Sam was in your hotel. I did ask Rosie to go to reception and say, can you go wake up?
No, at 12:02, you said, yeah, he's here now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I was there before. I was there before noon.
Okay, yeah. So you made it about half hour.
Come on,
extra time. Come on, let's
11:57. I rolled in.
Fantastic.
I then spent another good 45 minutes trying to find out what the car park is. To get the suitcase out.
Yeah, because by this point I was like trying to set up as much as I could, because I knew I had to then go back and do a load of building. So gave Sam the keys to the van. In hindsight, I should have just come with him and helped him out. But we had then you started bringing stuff in, and then like cave aside, setup was going okay.
It was going okay for a while. I got like my straights out, like the straight sections out, and they were going together, fitting together, until we realized the tables weren't even.
Yeah, the biggest
ended up being quite a big issue.
Yeah, the biggest, like probably the biggest hindrance to us, aside from things not being built, was
the only thing we can blame other people for.
Yeah, quite literally the single only thing. And like because it was built across, like we also had to rejig the table layout because it wasn't quite how we anticipated it. And like for the most part, like when does uneven tables like really matter? Like it's generally you've got like multiple builds or it's on multiple base spaces, it just doesn't matter. But obviously because we've got track going, there was like there was a difference in the tables like that on some of it, and it was like
you could fit a brick in between to like level it out.
Yeah. So then because and it was typical that it was on the curve. It was on Sam's like double tracked curve.
The highest table was the back right one, where it turns from the stands into the mushroom section.
Yeah. And so we were trying to like offset it, and then that really like wasn't really working. We were struggling to get some of the base plates to join together. That was a bit of a pain. The tablecloths kept getting like caught up underneath it as well.
Oh my god, the tablecloths!
Yeah. So yeah, that was a big hindrance. It meant that we couldn't actually get the inside track to work for much of the weekend, which was quite a shame.
Yeah, I don't get it because the inside track did work last year. I know it did derail a lot, but it did generally work. So I'm not
I
sure
think
what the
it's
difference
just
was.
because the tables were
Yeah,
fine.
because we found out that the big train layouts that they bring there, I didn't know before this that they use their own tables.
Yeah, but it's so sensible.
It is very smart, but we obviously didn't have the space for those tables
No,
anywhere with
absolutely
us.
not. Not that I ever plan on doing. Well, no, that's not true.
I never want to build a train again in my life.
Also, I was gonna say I never plan to do a layout that big ever again, but eventually I will.
That as well.
Eventually I will. But
yeah,
like,
but you won't bring it to a show.
probably not. No.
Yeah.
I might bring like aspects of my of like a city to a show, in which case I would need multiple tables, and then at that point I would look at maybe like flat packing some tables. Anyway, it's tip well learned from the from the train guys on that one. But yeah. Oh god, the wonky table was fully destroyed. Alex's display, he couldn't display 3 of his units. They were awful. Yeah, not fun. Some of the coverings for the table were just fabric. No, some were defo not table. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So it threw a lot of that off. So that was a big pain. And I think there's quite a science to working the curve, like the way we had the curves going round, like to allow like a 2 stud gap for the lift arm to go through for the pods to move. It sounds quite straightforward. I spent a couple of hours before we left, like a couple of nights before, rebuilding mine because they weren't working. And I think, and Sam got like, we got there and Sam's was looking okay, and then we started running it and
I had all like the individual base plates on their own and it all looked fine. Then I started joining them together and suddenly the curves do not line up to the base plates they're meant to be going into.
Yeah. So that threw a lot of stuff off. We were trying to like again rejig it, but at this point it's like what, like 7:15, I think.
Yeah, it's like and we like the setup time I think was till 9, but we had to be at like a big group dinner that Mark had organized.
Yeah.
By like 8, I think it started at.
Yeah.
So it's like we need to we need to be out here at 7:30.
Yeah,
pretty much. And we still need to get a load of this stuff back to text room because at this point we're like, right, well, we're not going to go to sleep tonight because we've still got too much stuff to do. You get 2 hours on the Saturday morning before the public comes in.
Yeah.
Which we thought was only an hour and a half, but it ended up being 2 hours. So that was also very great.
Winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to. Yeah, we pull out everything that we needed to work on, because you still had like a couple of the stands to get set up, right?
At this point, none of the stands were out of the cling film.
Right.
Yeah, that was like, and I was just praying to God that they'd all stayed together. Luckily, they did, and that was not a problem. If like any of those were like badly damaged, I don't know what I'd have done.
Yeah. Yeah. So luckily they were all.
It was just these curves that didn't at all work.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, well, I need to basically rebuild the inner curves.
Yeah. All for nothing in the end because we can use the inside track, which is the extra like stud or two we were over. We could have just closed the gap. Anyway, you needed to eat. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did need to eat because like
we had not. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we had ate all day. Did I eat on? I think I might have nipped out at lunchtime to get something on the Friday, but
I didn't. I was, yeah.
Yeah, the dinner was really nice, and it was nice to hang out with everyone. And we had obviously like Brandon and Mike were there.
Yeah. So Tech had to do his rum. So I went to the restaurant with Brick Clicker and John T. And it was this was probably the lowest point of the weekend for me. I don't know what it was for you, but I was like very, because like the curves not being right was not something I had anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me so long to get those right, and I tested them loads of times. and it worked fine on the individual base plate. I just hadn't connected it to another one, which I know is a stupid decision. But yeah. that was really tough. Then
but we went for dinner, and so Mike and Brandon and Simon were all up there. Maxine and Aaron as well were there. We had dinner. They were on our table.
Mike and Brandon weren't at the dinner.
No, Mike and Brandon weren't. Sorry, but Maxine and Aaron and
who we met for the first time, that were really nice. And honestly, when I say in that the restaurant, there was a point where I got like quite upset because of like the state of the mob. And I was like, and they ended up sitting at our table because it was quite crowded, and those are people I hadn't interacted with before. So it was very good because they actually helped me calm down a lot, because I was like talking to someone who I hadn't talked before. So it's like, put on a brave face. And they were also Scottish as well, which gave me a bit of home comfort. Aaron especially reminded me a lot of one of my cousins who is also called Aaron for fact. I was very, very grateful that they ended up with us, and they ended up with us quite a lot of the weekend, which is
great. And we did what two young men should do when we feel a bit up against it. We headed to Spoons.
We did what two men should not do when they've got a giant 27 base plate model to finish within 12 hours for the next day.
I had already said that we were going to do a couple of drinks on the Friday night. Brandon and Mike were up there as well, and I made plans to see them. So the idea was that we were going to go for just a couple of drinks.
Yeah, this is what the plan was.
So this Spoons, right?
There was another message in the group chat.
The moon, I think it's called the Moon Underwater or something like that. This Spoons, right? You walk in, just looks like your regular old Spoons. You got some very lonely old men sitting at the front on a table on their own, staring at these girls that didn't look old enough to be in there.
Right, we're not going into that story.
All the pause. All of the usual general Spoons things. Pull up to the bar, get a drink, get everyone a drink, and then we see Mike and Brandon a bit higher up.
Yeah. You got this little bit of stairs
with sofas, pretty much, or like chairs and stuff, all sat like and low tables, and then you go up these stairs,
and then suddenly revealed to you is this little dance floor. It's around the corner.
It opens up, and we found one of the rarest things to find is a Spoons nightclub. I thought they were gone. I thought there was literally one in my hometown, and it closed. It got bought out by Walkabout. It was called the Diamond Tap in Newbury. Gaz will know. Mark maybe as well. Absolute horror show. The stories I could tell you from that place, horrific. But like absolutely legendary. And we the day it closed, we all dressed up in black and had a funeral for good old Diamond Tap. It was sensational. Spoons, exactly, Caleb. Rip the tap, exactly. Many a I was going to say good night in the Diamond Tap, but maybe good isn't the word. But yes, we found this nightclub with a bit of a dance floor.
Yeah, and I kept saying like, oh, we'll have one drink and go back, and then I saw the dance floor, and I felt the urge. just took over me, saying, "Sam, you gotta let your feelings out on the dance floor, dude." And then this picture hit the group chat. The light completely just breaks the photo at 23 minutes past 11. The caption just saying from tech, "The pod race is over."
Yeah, we I think Martin got a round of shots in.
Yeah. No,
Martin got around. I
kept saying, because I know if I went to the dance floor, I wouldn't be leaving for some time. I kept saying, if the
It's
right
true.
song comes on, I'll head over.
Or the right playlist.
Yes. They had a good DJ on that night. That's all I'll say.
Oh dear.
And then you and John T started it because you bought me and Bricklicker Jaeger bombs.
You look like you needed a Jaeger bomb, and I think you did.
I think I did. The Red Bull helped.
Yeah.
And then so we drink that, and then Martin comes with a tray of about 30 shots. Was it Sambuca?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
It's like finding diamonds in Minecraft. It's exactly like that. If I imagine. I don't play Minecraft, but yes. It was, yeah. So we had a little boogie. And it was probably like what, 12:30 we ended up coming out. It wasn't crazy.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. Much to John T's disgust. John T's such a bad influence of like egging us on.
Honestly, he kept saying at the beginning when we were setting up, "Oh no, yeah, we're not going to go out tonight."
Yeah.
And then, like, as soon as like we left the restaurant, he was like, "Oh, I know you fancy a little boogie." I was like, "No, he did this to us last year as well." And last year the pod race was in a really bad situation. It was worse than the one it was this year.
Yeah, John T needs like putting on baby reins, I think. When we go out, is a bit feral. John T too hard. Yeah. Bad egg, I think that one. Bad egg is the term. Anyway, we end up doing a bit of building. We get back. Do a
some
bit
of us end up some of us end up building, some of us don't.
Yeah.
Tech was in a state where he was either so
for context as well.
Yes.
I hadn't slept since probably like 8:30 or no 9:30 the morning before we left that night.
The Thursday,
and we're on Saturday, early hours of Saturday.
Early hours Saturday now.
Yeah.
So Tex tried to build the cave. I was able to fix my curves. Gaz, the absolute legend that he was. Yes, honest to God hero. We said after that picture we sent in, I was like, no, we're gonna be building. And then Gaz says, oh, if you need any help, let me know. It took about 20 seconds within the hotel room before I said, we need gas.
We need gas.
We need it
now. So yeah, Gaz came. I also went to. You
went on your own little adventure. I was convinced you've got another hotel room. And that you were just sleeping on the floor outside of the hotel.
So I don't think I've told anyone parts of this story. Anyway, I went to go and get bottles of water because there was like obviously nowhere was open. This is like 2:00 in Manchester. There's like off licenses open in some places. Anyway, I was like walking around trying to find the closest off license. Couldn't find any. Anyway, there's like a parade of shops that have like kebab vans, fish and chip shops that were like late night opening for all the drunkards.
Yeah.
And there was this fish and chip shop that had like a whole vegan menu.
You suddenly got interested.
So I was like,
that's why you take so long. Large cod and chips.
I had a battered sausage and chips.
Did you actually?
With curry sauce. Yeah, I ate it on the way back. But
oh my god!
But no. It didn't actually take up any more time. But next to it, right, was the weirdest off license I have ever seen. And I thought it was a fever dream because of how much time I've been awake. It's this like tiny little door, right? You go down these stairs and you turn right and it's like a normal off license, but just like you got all your monsters and your Red Bulls. So then I went and got all the water and then I walked across to the till and I see through the till on the other side at like 3:00 in the morning in Manchester on a Saturday or Friday night, Saturday morning. It's just a sex shop that's open. it's just like jock straps and dildos and
That's
all
why you took
sorts of
so
stuff.
long. You filling your boots.
Oh, yeah. Now you know why it took so long.
Honestly.
Yeah, and I thought about it the other day. I was like, did I just like imagine that, or did I like?
I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to go back next year and double
I guess
check.
I'll have to find out. Yeah. So that was that. Anyway, come back with the drinks. We carry on building. At this point, I actually sure stumbled. Yeah, it's in my favorite location stops
Yeah.
in Manchester.
So,
I was about to ask about a red light outside.
at this point, Tech was either complaining about not sleeping,
Yeah, I was.
and therefore not getting any progress in the mock done, or sleeping. So he wasn't getting any progress done in any category.
No,
So it was like either sleep or build.
I
Just
was.
do one.
I was cooked at this point. Gaz, bless him, had done like a whole base plate's worth of rock
He was
work on the
building for
back.
like, I'd say, a good 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Gaz, man.
At one point, I think you took about half hour nap with him, and Gaz was we were like, should we wake him up or just let him?
I was so cooked. I was so cooked. Yeah, and then I was like Sam was hallucinating, like seeing things.
I was genuinely, I started hallucinating. I've never
Yeah.
like just seeing things in my head that this has never happened to me before.
He was just saying like, what? And I was like, Sam, I didn't say anything. He was like, you asked me something. I was like, no, I didn't.
No, I was actually losing it.
And I know I wasn't getting anything done at this point, but Sam had the audacity to be to be falling asleep whilst building behind me.
I was still also tired.
I know you were still tired. But because I was on my like 40-hour stint being awake, I was like, this guy's not falling asleep if I can't go.
No, I know that. You weren't letting me. Every time I like dozed over a second, you were like, Sam. It's like, oh.
There was one time where I thought he was going to chuck what was on his lap up in the air. And it would have been catastrophic. Anyway, it got to like 5:30, and I was like, Sam, I need like 2 or 3 hours. Like I just need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I think you carried on building, didn't you?
Yes. And I said to you at that point, okay, what time do you want me to wake you up? And you said, oh, I said, would we have just like 10 minutes before 7 so we can get all this stuff over?
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, do that.
I think under my breath, I probably said never. Just never wake me up.
I think you all know what's gonna happen here.
Well, this one wasn't even really like that bad. So at this point, I fell asleep, and then you had done you said, "Oh, I'll take the first lot of stuff out, and then I'll come back."
No, right. So in that time before I had wake take up, I'd finished up the last bit that I was going to get done, and then I packed it so it was ready to go, so we could get into the hall for 7. And so I wake take up at about 22, something like that, and I said, right, Tech, wake up, we're gonna go. And then you were not moving. So I was like, right, one of us needs to be building it, so I'm just gonna go. I said, I'm gonna go. You get ready. I know he's gonna sleep, and then
I vaguely recall like hearing this. So like I was obviously like present, like conscious enough that I was like hearing it, but like my body couldn't get my body to move.
And I when I was going, Tech brought this little trailer type thing, and I couldn't for the life of me get this out of the room. So I had to keep just asking Tech as he was trying to like fall back asleep. How does this thing work?
He's trying to steer this trolley. Oh my god!
Whilst I was trying to get the door, but I was like too far away from the door to pull it open, and like I was very delicately balancing all my base plates on top, and I was like, "Oh, this is just hell."
And yeah, so instead of you coming back, you ended up sending Ollie back to do a couple
Yes,
to the trip.
right. So I'll go into this bit. So I then go over to the convention hall, blistering cold, 7 a.m. in the morning. There's no one around, and it's me in my Hawaiian shirt, with, pulling along this trolley, about 5 base plates stacked on top of each other with a blanket around. It was the most insane thing, and there's probably people still coming off their night out, thinking they were having their own hallucinations about me. But oh no, it was all real, baby. So I end up in the convention. Second year in a row, one of the first people there on that Saturday morning.
Let's go.
That's my. I'm gonna keep that running.
You bet you don't.
Yeah, goddamn hope I don't.
Oh.
So I show up and I start building, and I was like, so I'm gonna put all these plates down, and they all pretty much stand there. So the next thing was just start unwrapping stands and getting them up there. Luckily, as I said before, all of the stands were fine. And then I think Mark came along to help me, which I was very grateful for, as well did Carrie and Ian. So they were kind of like building supports for me to get it all on top. And I was like, right, we're getting somewhere. This might be done for 9. Then I think, oh, Nick's still asleep, isn't he? And I knew the excuse was going to be, oh, I don't have the trolley, so I couldn't bring it over. So I was like, so I need to get that trolley to him before he can make that excuse to me.
You know me so well.
Yeah, so I was like,
Hey, Dubsy.
So Ollie shows up and was like, what can I help with? Everyone was so supportive and nice to help.
I don't know why. Like, why do you guys still care? Like, we do this every year, every show. Like, why do you even give us the time of day? We are so grateful. We honestly have, like, without getting corny or melty, you guys are honestly the best. I think
so at the end of the weekend, everyone sends their messages saying, "Oh, thanks, guys, it was a great time." I think I said we literally could not have done it without you.
That phrase gets batted around a lot.
There wouldn't have been a mop.
We absolutely own that phrase. Yeah.
So I say to Ollie, Ollie, here's Tech's key card, because you give me that as well. This is his room number. Bring the trolley back to him so he can get his stuff over. And he was like, yeah. So he does that, brings it over, it comes back about 10-15 minutes later, and he goes, so I say to him, is he on his way? And he goes, oh, should I have woken him up?
Ollie, absolute hero. Ollie, standing ovation. Brick askew there. Absolute legend. Give me another half hour or so.
Maybe. And I feel really bad about sending him back in.
There was still more stuff to bring over. But Ollie, he didn't even like he was like, you don't even know that when he come back the second time, he was like, but you don't even know I've been in here once. I was like, what? What?
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, he does get me out. And
so,
we come across.
You rock up. What time would you say that you showed up to the convention hall with your stuff? In mind that the public come in at 9.
I couldn't actually tell you. Was it like 8:30, 8:15?
I would say it's about 8:30.
Yeah, I'll just go run to the toilet. I'll be back.
No worries. I'm going to see if there's another message saying what time you showed up. No, but yeah, there wasn't a time. But yeah, so I was very much saying he wasn't there at 8:06. Yeah, I'd say it was about 8:30 that he showed up. And I'll be honest, I'll hold my hands up. I wasn't in the best mood this morning. For I think reasons that are clear to everyone. As I said before, I wasn't like happy with where the mock was, and I was at the point where I was like, just get what I've got out on the table, and that's that. So yeah, I think I had Carrie placing figures into the stand. Ian was like leveling up the tables, trying to connect the base plates. Mark was, I think, also doing figures, and he was like tiling as well because I still had like tiling to do. I was like doing like tiny little details that I guess only I knew with like specific little bits went. And I think Ollie was again helping Tech build out a lot of the last bit of the cave.
It was like the exit rock. It was like the Tuscan turn rock work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I wasn't in a particularly happy mood with Tech that morning.
Fair.
So I think I'd say that the mock was like presentable to people at like 11.
Yeah. Bar the pod's not actually moving.
Yes, bar the pods. But they were running by the end of the day. I mean one of them.
But just after lunch, I think we got one going, right?
Yeah.
Like
Just
I
about
went out,
nine.
I went and got breakfast with John T. And then yeah, we got it to a point where we were like, look, okay, it's up, it's fine. And then yeah, I was like, I just need to go get some food. Come back. Then I got my pod all up and sorted.
I slept.
And then Sam,
I slept behind the mock at the table like this.
The amount of people that were taking footage of this mock and Sam's just in the back going,
I want to know if there's how many Bricktastic vlogs there is of people of that mock with me asleep in the background of the footage. Because I think there'll be a couple.
There'll be a lot. I would have died if that was in the in
the Beyond
Brick. It was just out. And then KO of all people, right, had the audacity to
honestly,
wake
KO,
Sam
what were
up.
you like? I was there very peacefully, and and I wake up like not knowing what's going on. It's just KO over my shoulder saying, "I was like, so who hadn't actually like talked to you yet this weekend?" Like, and I was just like, "Yeah," and he just goes, doesn't say anything to me, and I'm like, what is it? And he says, "Oh, Tech told me to wake you up." Like, wow.
I wanted him to whisper Sammy sausage in your ear.
I know that's what you wanted.
Oh dear. So yeah, and because of the inside track, we could only really get one pod going anyway. Or well, we could have two pods going, but yours kind of was falling apart a bit, right? Like
yeah, I ended up having to super glue it the Saturday night, and then we kind of had a battery situation. I realized that I left my batteries here.
Nice.
Like my extra ones in my charger, so we
Nice.
were only able to get one running in the end. But
Yeah.
that's one more than I thought on the Friday night.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah. And the rest is history.
Yeah, so that's kind of it, Bricktastic pod race wise. But we had a lot of other fun non-pod race wise.
We did. Tech, you tricked me to wake Sam up as you told me that you need Sam's help. I just wanted you to whisper Sammy sausage in his ear. Oh dear. Well, at least it will go a lot smoother next year. Hold that thought.
But at least we showed up with the mock that we were intending to.
Yeah,
Whereas
Rosie.
some people,
Mr. I'm going to bring my own dedicated table. Yeah.
Mr. I need 360-degree viewing angle.
Yeah, what a farce.
Mr. I'm going to build an 18,000 part mock, but not sort the pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess Rosie, do you want to come on and share your Bricktastic story?
But yeah, so that was kind of like mainly it for the Saturday. Then the Saturday night we what happened there? Oh, I got I got abused by no,
Wait, what?
the guy who made fun of my shirt.
What was this?
The guy on Saturday night who we had to walk past.
Oh, okay. We've time jumped. Okay.
If you want to go
I
back,
don't know what no. To me, that was the end of the pod.
like pod race wise, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, we'd accepted that was going to be the case. It was a massive shame, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it was at the point where we were just like, and I think what made us feel probably a lot better than maybe we would have done, and we would have dwelled on it a lot longer if it weren't that Kev actually come over and sat down with you, didn't he? Like relatively early on the Saturday.
That was the Sunday.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was the Sunday. The Saturday I was the Friday he came up to us, and as we were setting it up.
Yes.
And we were like building it then, and like at that point I didn't know where it would, like, this was maybe like 4 p.m 5 p.m, and I was like, I still had hope at that point. So I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then the Saturday morning, this was like just after we finished setting it up, I bump into him like just a different part in the convention hall.
Yeah.
And he just says, just something about like, oh, is it all up together? And I go, just about.
It's vague, it's non-specific, it's great.
Yes. And then I actually had a really nice sit down chat with him on the Sunday, which you scampered away from.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's fine.
But yeah. Anyway.
We had a very good chat about how he said he was very happy with the mock, which I guess it's when you build the mock, you're your own biggest critic.
Yeah, there is that
thing. And like because we had the picture in our head what we wanted out of the mock, and it wasn't quite there.
No.
But he went on about like how if he wants this, if the same mock is going to be there, it needs to be significantly developed, and he said it was, which was really good.
Yeah.
And we just had a general chat about like different types of shows and about Bricktastic, and it was a really nice chat.
Yeah.
And
if there happens to be, I like just looking at the chat now, and maybe the people that are listening and lurking. Hi, by the way. But if there is a show in the UK that you are going to
we've always said if you go to one show in the UK, it should be Bricktastic.
It has to be.
We've always said that.
And you know what? Like, it's a great excuse to come to the UK and not just see London, or if you've like seen London, like to see another part of England as well. Like, I think it's a great excuse for that. But it has that Chicago-like feel where everywhere you turn, there's someone you recognize.
You keep running into people that you know.
The quality of the builds are fantastic. And the best thing is it is all for a really, really good cause. And a well-worthy cause.
It's always the place where, unless you're Rosie, people just sorry, that was mean. But like people like build up to Bricktastic. That's like the big show. So everyone's like, they want their big new thing to be displayed there first.
Yeah. So yeah, it is a proper showcase for a lot of builds and for a lot of people's stuff, and it is good, and it like kickstarts conventions for the year pretty much, like, unless there are some smaller shows and stuff that do, but it's like the first big sizable one.
We don't go to anyone's before because we're building.
Still building
for Bricktastic.
Dubsy and people were saying it was their first Bricktastic and loved it. Yeah, it's so worth doing, and yeah, you're supporting a fantastic cause and a fantastic charity in Fairy Bricks by even just attending. So if there is any show you are going to do, I know Lauren said in the past that that she would like to travel over for it at some point. There we go. I'm going to try next year. Perfect. It should have been this year,
Lauren, because it would have got you on the work team.
Yeah. Don't bring a big mock, Lauren. You're gonna have ours to build.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be able to take a build next year. That'd be sick, Dubsy. Any of your builds, yeah, that would be really, really impressive. It was my first actual displaying, great fun. Yeah, and it's like
It's the first you weren't
spacious.
kicked out of the building.
Yeah, it's like super spacious. I mean, like in theory, they could probably rent half the space and like cram everything in there, but they don't. They choose to
No,
have it
they
be
give you
really
lots of room
spacious,
between all the
give
tables.
you lots of room like behind your mark, and being able to move in between. Like it is really, really nice.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll plan on it. Yeah, it would be great to have you over, Lauren. It really would.
it's also, I think, the only recognized like official convention in the UK that's like has Lego people from the company Lego
Yeah.
at it, and they
Yeah.
were running like a bunch of panels and stuff, which we had signed up to that we didn't actually end up making because we were
Yeah.
like too busy.
There was like a pab or there was like a new elementary workshop that ended up not quite. It ended up just being a talk. So I was like, okay, I can kind of pass on that one. And there was a pab one, I think, that I was like, oh, it would be cool to go to, but yeah, didn't end up doing that just because of time and stuff. But they are integrating more things to make it.
And that's something next year that we will do because the mocks will be done with plenty of time to go.
I'm sorry we said this last year. Anyway, it won't increase in size either. It is as big as it will ever be now. I mean, there's still part of the hall that they could rent. I think it could be a little bit bigger.
They did have stuff going on behind there.
That's true, actually. That shop had like a lot of the backspace.
That and as well when they were doing the dinner. That I think is where they were cooking a lot of this stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, fair. Okay, fair. Yeah, that makes sense then. I think it would be a smaller space. Why do you think it'd be smaller? But yeah, there's no need to. They could still fit another load of mocks in there if they really wanted to.
And because they everyone who applies will get in. So it's just I guess depends on how many people apply to display.
I prefer to be open space so a lot of us can relax. Yeah, it's just got a real nice space about it. You're not like climbing on top of people to try and see something.
And the actual location's very good. It's not in a sports center in the middle of nowhere. It is.
Yeah.
It's called Manchester Central for a reason.
Yeah, it was the old.
The wholesale prices show that.
Yeah. Kev said no more arches. Okay, fair enough. I guess like Sam said, if they needed that backspace, they probably have rented that backspace. We obviously just didn't see it. They need enough of an area for that. But I was pleased with how spacious it was. I was worried that it would be really crowded and claustrophobic. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that at all. Which I really like it, and because it's like such high ceilings as well, it does feel it was warmer in there than I remember last year. But when you have that many people in a room, I guess that is going to happen.
I didn't mind it warm. It was easier to sleep.
Yeah.
Not that I needed the help.
But yeah, fantastic convention. Highly recommend. And yeah, they're constantly trying to add things and make it as fun, because they are very, very appreciative that and they very much recognize that there is no real amount of compensation that you can give to someone that would like in theory match like the time gone into the build, the money spent on all the builds. They're very, very aware of that.
And also because that's different for each build that's there.
Yeah.
And they can't reward some people more than others.
Yeah. And because it's a charity show as well, you are very much donating your time and your resources and stuff to help put on a show for the public. But no, it's becoming, especially with those extra hours on the Friday and having the whole day Friday. It is really becoming like a bit of
I think that Friday would have been really cool if we were able to actually go around and talk to people.
Yeah.
So next year, it's gonna be
get that very promising spreadsheet up. But yeah, Bricktastic, fantastic. very, very much enjoy it. You know what, I'm having a bit of a blank. I did walk around the convention hall a few times, but I can't really remember many of the mocks. I'll be completely honest.
There's a couple that I remember that were really good. I really liked Brickstage Passes mock.
Yes.
He did a big Aquazone thing. That was
Yeah.
very cool.
And he had like what was the light called that he was using on it?
I can't remember the name of it, but it had this like shimmer like
yeah, to make it look like all the for one, it was like making all the neon colors glow, which looked really good.
Like a black light.
And then it was like there was like a bulb light or like a ball light or something, but it basically it gave like a shimmering effect to make it look like it was underwater. Which was really good. Yeah, do let us know in the comments, people that went, what your favorite build was. Rosie said the Airfix Concord was my favorite. That is that was out of that collection of the builds of that project. I think that was my favorite too.
Yeah, this year and last year, hopefully this has become a yearly thing because I think it's really cool. They give a bunch of members in Brickish the same set that they're told to basically just modify and mockify to create something else out of. Last year it was the 8080s, the UCS one, and there was a bunch of cool ones of those, like a steampunk one, and
the elephant was really cool.
Elephant one. I think there was like a dinosaur one.
Yeah.
And this year they did it on the Concorde, and as someone said, as Rosie said, someone did like this really cool Airfix, yeah, box with like it's a model kit. And they made this like custom box for it, and
they had like sections of the plane built, but it was like in the like molding in things that you get with the Airfix. It was one of those things that it wasn't like the biggest, most boldest like mock or most insanely crazy like technical build. It's just one of those things that I get like so drawn to because the idea is ironically it's so outside of the box way of thinking of presenting something. I was really, really drawn to that. I thought that was a really, really clever spin.
There was a Wile E. Coyote one that was very cool. There was a penguin from Wallace and Gromit that was very, very cool.
That was really cool. I like that one a lot.
There was like
a
dragon thing. There was a couple of like swans.
Yeah.
What else was there?
Yeah, there was some really
really
good ones. Cool. Someone like motorized one of the swans, so it was like flapping.
The wings move.
Really, really cool. People said I love the big Ninjago display and the giant classic space moon base, and the fairground was awesome. Joe says my favorite was Mustafar. Absolutely not. The Resistance Bomber was amazing, as was Axidroid's builds. Kratos was really cool. Yeah, that Resistance Bomber's
that was very cool.
I do love that. Yeah, Airfix Concord. Next time I'll be next to Slipper Lug, so I cannot wander around aimlessly. Yeah, that's fair. Teal Squadron was amazing. Yeah, very good. There's just the level of builds is just crazy, and you honestly won't get that there's people that only display, like, will travel from all over the UK.
Yeah, there's so many people that I only see there.
Yeah, and they will only display at Bricktastic before they scrapple their builds, and then they work again for the next year. Like Sam said, it's the convention that a lot of people kind of build up to, or build to.
Like for example, those Concords, I don't like the 8080s last year. I never saw any of them at any other show outside of that one.
Yeah,
and I'm guessing the same will be the same with those Concords now.
Yeah. So it's nice, and it's like I said, it was great seeing so many people come and just like visit and hang out for the day, even if they weren't displaying. I'm sure that will only increase over the years, and hopefully some of those people that did come will look to display next year as well. Yes, it was also great to see Zubrick's Zoo in real life. Yes, her channel popped up maybe like 6 or 8, no, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe the best part of a year ago now. I don't know how long Maxine's been uploading for, but I really, really like her channel. It's really, really cool. Similar to Adam in terms of like she does an episode on like each like enclosure. And it's really, really good. She's really nice. I managed to speak to her briefly as well. She's got some cool things coming for that zoo as well. So yeah, do be on the lookout for that. I can't say what my favorite, to be honest, because I hadn't seen every mock at all, as I only saw like 56% all the mocks in the hall. Fair. Mosaic will not count, as I never see any. Fair enough. Starting to plan next year now. Too rushed at the end. Gaz, you taking the piss?
Oh, that's another mock I want to shout out. Gaz's new TARDIS thing. I was really impressed with the
technique to get
the structure of it. I thought was
Yeah.
very, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want to see a detailed the train bridge as well was like really impressive. Yeah, just everywhere you turn there's some really, really cool stuff. I know Carrie's doing a lot of coverage for of the mocks if you want to see all of them, or if you went and you feel like you missed a lot of stuff. I'm definitely going to be once all of those are up, I'll be sitting down and binging all those. Yeah, because there's just stuff that I definitely missed. But yeah, I guess any questions from chat? Any other stories, anecdotes you want to share, Sam?
It was Saturday night. I don't know how much of that you want to go into.
Me and Jonty won beer pong against you, Bricktastic, and
Brandon. Are you still here?
Brandon?
He's not stopped going on about it because the absolute sham that win was.
I don't know what you're on about. Sham.
Two rethrows that ended up in cups.
No.
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean 2 rethrows that ended up in cups?
You took 2 rethrows and they both ended up in a cup.
What's wrong?
They shouldn't have been rethrows. You don't even remember it, do you?
I do. No, I do. It's most of after. No, I.
Right. Yeah, Bricktastic. He can back me up. Yeah, it was.
Beer pong was not right.
Poor Bricktastic had to drink every single time.
Yeah. So because we were doing 2 versus 3, so it's me and Jonty versus Bricktastic, Sam, and Brandon. Yeah, so much cheating. Yeah, from you guys. We made it. We were like, so it was fair, and it may not ended up being so fair, but so it was fair. We had a very specific like rotation, and it was like the next person that throws had to like if I got it in and then Sam was up next, Sam would have to drink it and then throw his next shot. And we were very, very like strict on the on the rotations. And poor Bricktastic, man, he got shafted
every single time. You can.
Oh,
when it happens to be his turn.
Safe to say he was sloshed the Friday night, let alone the Saturday night. We went to a nightclub. So Saturday we went to Spoons. Where did you? Oh, you were at the dinner.
I went to the dinner at the end.
Dinner.
And fell asleep multiple times during the auction.
Yeah, Sam fell asleep.
A lot of people can bear witness to.
I'm sure there's videos of that somewhere as well.
They're better. I've not seen any videos of that. Shockingly, they may exist.
So yeah, then we went to Spoons, had some dinner, had a few drinks there. I was eyeing up a Wagamama's, but because Rosie only eats turkey dinosaurs and chips, we weren't allowed to go to Wagamama's. So we ended up in Spoons again. Oh no. Got some drinks in there, and then I booked Boom Battle Bar to do the AR darts. We did killer on that. That was really good fun. Maxine won that. I think Aaron came second, and then I came third.
I definitely came third.
I don't think you did.
I absolutely did. How many games did you win?
I think I was on the scoreboard.
Did someone take a picture of it? I might have done.
I think Maxine did. I'm pretty sure.
Because Maxine, yeah, she won a lot, but I was definitely in a team with her one of the rounds that she won.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I came third, but
I don't think I did.
Only because I was ganged up on. Oh, pull out the violin for Rosie.
Yeah.
Not being funny. As soon as Bricklicker realized that he wasn't on his team anymore, he was like, "Get Rosie out." So was Jonty. It was good.
Until you get put on a team with him, and then suddenly, no.
Didn't you get put on with it? Did you?
I don't think I did. I don't know.
No, I think it was Jonty. I think it was Jonty in one of the last games. He was like getting him out all game, and then he was like, "Oh no." So yeah, he was like, yeah, because there's so many of us, we had to like, some of us had to pair up. There's like two or four people had to go into pairs. What game did I miss? Oh no, we just went to Boom Battle Bar after a few drinks, KO, and we did like the darts. It was really good fun. Oh, I forgot. What happened in between darts and beer pong, Sam? When we were sat at the table?
Oh right, yeah. This was just an innocent mistake. Basically,
or sore loser. What was?
No. Because we hadn't played beer pong yet. So we just sitting there deciding what to do next, and we decided we were going to play beer pong. And Jonty and I made a little bet. I'm not saying what the bet is on a public stream.
No.
Okay,
members, I'll see you on Thursday. Sam will be back to.
I'm not saying what that was. Unless I'll put my PayPal up in the stream and anyone wants to send me a little donation. But yeah, so I go over to shake his hand. I may or not hit Maxine's drink and pour it entirely down her. Which I was very apologetic for, and I am apologetic. I am still apologetic of.
So you should be. He managed to whatever like cardigan or whatever was like over Maxine's arm. It's like one of those those like vanish sheet adverts where it just seemed to absorb. Yeah, one sheet does plenty.
One jacket is plenty.
It absorbed, like none of it got on John's. Like it didn't go anywhere but into Maxine's jacket or like cardigan or whatever. It was almost impressive. Like almost impressive. It didn't spill on anyone else. It just and then she went home after that. She was so pissed off with Sam that no, she wasn't. It was all good. That's worth a paywall, baby. Yeah, Sam, you got to come back on Thursday now and give the good members what they want. But yeah, so we did Boom Battle. So then we did.
So after that, we did the beer pong, and we were absolutely cheated out of our victory. Honestly, like I had one that was going in, and they literally knocked out of the way. It was that 100% happened.
We'll do a rematch at Reading, and we'll still beat you.
Brendan was our best player. He's not going to, unless is Brendan coming to Reading?
I'm sure Brandon will come to Reading. Won't you, Brendan?
Excellent. At
least for the day.
Does Purple Turtle do
No, but we can set it up. It'll be fine. Sam enjoyed his pint. Oh.
So we leave there and we tried to go to a club, and Bricklicker and Brendan have a laugh off.
Oh, this was funny, right? This was actually like hilarious because Brandon has this laugh that's, I don't know what it is. It's just very like it's just like quite deep. And it sounds really forced and like really artificial. But it's not. Well, at least I thought it was not. And I think the fresh air had hit us. We had a few drinks in this Boom Battle Bar by the time we'd done the darts and then the beer pong as well. So I think we had the case of the fresh air hitting us. But then Brandon started laughing, and then Bricklicker started laughing like a little girl. So we had like, and he was like, and I was just in the middle, like having a great time. It was really funny. to this point, Sam was like, Jonty was desperately trying to find a club for us to go to.
No, because I forgot to mention this. After we went to build that night, Aaron, Maxine, Jonty, and Martin ended up going out to like multiple cocktail bars. Mind you, shout out to Jonty. Before this night, he didn't know who any of those three people were.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, bless him. Little social butterfly. I'm so proud of him. But yeah, so he was desperately trying to find us a club.
Oh, we need to go back to this club.
Yeah, he's searching, trying to find it.
And he says, but he can't remember what the name of it was. And he says he took a picture of the club site.
Oh, that was yeah. Right, so he was like, guys, I took a picture of the club because I knew it was so good. Let me just pull it up. And he pulls out this phone, right? And it looks like he's taken a picture like of inside his pocket. It was so blurry. Like you couldn't even make out that it was meant to be the picture of this club. That was really funny as well. And so he was a bit annoyed that we couldn't find anywhere. But bear in mind,
so I say to him, look at where you took the picture. That'll tell you where the club. And he goes, he does this, and he's drunk, and he goes, Sam, you're a genius. That's perfect. I'll check now. And he goes, oh, it's in Deansgate. We'll go there. Mind you, Deansgate is a massive area in the center of Manchester that probably has hundreds of clubs in it.
Yeah.
He thinks it's a street.
Yeah, we were just strolling down this street. And bearing in mind, this was probably getting like, what, 1:30, 2-ish?
No, I was in bed by 2.
Were you?
I think, yeah. This was probably about 1.
Was it? Because I remember saying to Jonty
I wasn't in this bar after long.
Because I remember saying to Jonty at one point, like, most of the clubs that are going to close at like 3 are not going to let us in past like 1:30. But maybe it was earlier than I thought. But we ended up going into this one place because they would let us in. And the queue,
I do have a picture of this.
And then we get in there. There's like this live band, and then they come off. Like we get in there just as they're playing their final song.
I've also got this picture of Tech where Johnny's chicken.
Oh, you really offended me. Probably the most hurtful thing you said to me all weekend or about me was that I didn't suit that jacket, and I felt
you do not.
Unbelievable. Is it just because I wear sweatshirts and backwards capsules?
No, I think like it. No, I can't say that. That's too.
No, go on.
No, I can't.
No, go on.
No, you're gonna hate me if I say it.
No, go on.
No, you're. I think you're a bit too old for it. I'm sorry. No, you're too mature for it. Oh no, I've pissed them off. The pod race is never getting done. This is the end. I'm getting kicked off in 5 seconds. I think you're too good for it.
Too old. Too old.
Someone back me up in the comments, please. Oh no. So how's everyone in chat doing? I'm gonna show the picture again. I don't know if it's just the pose. He looks like he should be in like a football hooligan film or something like that. What? Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, that is true. Mind you, he does this to Paige every stream. So I'm
liberty.
Hi, Tech.
Absolute effing liberty.
Absolute liberty.
Oh wait, okay. Keep digging the hole, Sam. What were you saying?
No, that was up there before I said anything.
Unbelievable.
I
can't
just
believe
don't
you
think
said I'm
it's
too old.
You don't wear anything like that.
Not since I've yeah, fair. Like not since I've known you, or since you've known me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was gonna come back into shot wearing it. Yeah, I'm packaging
That would
my
have been great.
When anything's like that since I've known you.
Wait, do you know what? Wait,
I just saw a picture. Sam just showed it.
what? Like a bomber jacket?
Not that kind of jacket.
What a nice one.
No, like a sport one.
It's really nice though. I've seen many a jacket like that I quite like, but now I can't. I guess I can't buy it now.
Mid-30s.
Shut up, you! You are 30, you
I'm
dinosaur.
not 30.
Well, see, so you're allowed to call people old, but when I do it, I'm the one in trouble.
I never said Paige is too old to wear something. Have I?
You called her a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's
6 years
different.
ago.
Oh, unbelievable.
No, 'cause I wear old.
Yeah, Paige is the opposite to me. It's like you're way too young to be wearing that. Oh dear. I think it looks quite sport. Thank you, Lauren. I think that's nice. I think she's cardigan and carpet slippers are cool. Oh, yeah, it's nice, right, Greg? Although if Greg's prepared to wear it, then maybe I shouldn't be wearing it. No, I'm only joking. Damn, I'm gonna have to really rethink my when I start upping my style. Oh, have I got to wear like weird fish jumpers now? Then is that where I'm at?
No, I didn't say that. I just think, yeah.
Do you know what? He bought it off like Vinted or like Depop or something. It was probably older than me. Like it's a very vintage jacket.
No, maybe it's just the pose, but
Maybe it's just the pose. Fair. I'm probably too old to be making that pose. I'll give you that. I can't believe he's come back on here and doubled down on it as well. Unbelievable.
I
Made it worse. He justified his reasoning. Unbelievable.
yeah.
Tech will be breaking out the shell suits next. Oh, unbelievable.
I mean, I let's be clear. I'm the last person to be talking about fashion. Let's get that perfectly clear. I don't claim to be some style guru.
So yeah, Mike has said, Tech, this is the man who wears a lime green see in the dark hoodie.
that we are specifically told to wear high vis clothing at Bricktastic.
Hang on, do you have this jacket?
No. So if you want to flip it, Tech, I'll give you 10 hard cash for it. Absolutely not. If Jonty would sell it for 10 hard cash, I would be in my collection, and Sam would have to get used to it. Although it is Adidas, and I do not wear Adidas. Maybe that's what it was, Sam. Maybe just not used to seeing me in Adidas.
Potentially.
But maybe that was it. Oh, Sam, careful what you're saying. We cannot handle the breakup. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's very much in Jonty's collection. I was gonna say I thought you hated Adidas. Yeah, it's not my thing, but I was rather chilly. And Jonty was quite kind. It's very comfy. See, this is why I don't do fashion. Divorce that's my gig. Wait, what are cheons? Oh, is that meant to be chinos and slip-on shoes? All you need. Yeah. Yeah. God. I was looking at a whole wardrobe change this summer, and Sam's now completely ruined the prospect.
You if you want to do a wardrobe change, that's fine. Just
not that.
Yeah, just have a think.
Have a think.
Sorry, I'm getting as I said, I'm not the best judge of fashion. So if I don't think you should take my advice when it comes to fashion, but that's me just putting in my 2 cents.
Just run it past Sam first. Yeah, oh mate, the listings I'm gonna send you now. Have a think. Yeah, crazy, Greg, crazy. Yeah, Thomas, have a think, aka don't bother. Unbelievable. Yeah. Well, on that note, he's quite offensive this evening. I know. God, you'd have thought I'd let him down and not completed my part of the mock or something. Oh dear. Anything else you want to critique me for this weekend? No, I won't leave you. I won't leave that open. Actually,
Yeah,
you'll probably be here another hour. Anything else you want to bring up from the weekend, Sam?
No, that was pretty much it. Sunday comes around. Oh yeah, Sunday comes. So after we leave that bar, we end up in a Peaky Blinders themed bar where all of the staff and even all of the security were dressed up as Peaky Blinders. And at this point, I was like, "Yeah, I think I've had enough."
No, actually, you had a kip on the table first.
Yeah, but like I knew I was like I was kind of secretly hoping I got thrown out just to like, get an excuse to go home.
I'm shocked you didn't. Anywhere else that I would have been would have. I don't remember this. That does not surprise me. Wait, do you not remember the Peaky Blinders bar at all, Brooklyn? Or
you were up for another good 4 hours after this?
Maybe me, yeah. Get a flat cap. I would have fit in there, to be fair. No, I'm not East London enough for that.
Yes,
flat cap.
So at this point, I go back to my hotel. It's about 2 a.m. And where do you guys go next?
Just to another bar.
Mm-hmm. And then where did you go?
Another bar. How many bars did we go to after the Peaky Blinders one? I think we went to 2. Oh no! Or did we just stay in that one then? Maybe we stayed in that. I thought it
was rubbish, that bar.
Yeah.
Well,
it looked really lively while the live band was in there, but like I said, we got on the dance floor.
They literally finished just as we were going.
Yeah, we got to the dance floor, like heading to the bar, and they were like, "Thank you, good night," and we were like, "Oh,
yeah." I took a picture in there. This was the Peaky Blinders bar. This was all them behind the bar in their flat caps. It was
a unique experience.
Yeah. Because we were going to go into the one that Johnny said, but we were immediately just told no.
Yeah.
They took one like us. No.
So that was kind of the only place we get into. But yeah, there was a downstairs. I thought the downstairs was actually a different club because I thought, well, no, we left when you left. Did we not?
No, you didn't. I definitely went out on my own.
Brandon, did we go to another club after that, or did we not? I can't remember now. Maybe I'm just thinking the downstairs was the other club. I think we stayed there till close, which must have been about 3:30. No, where did we go? Because that would be about right. I think it's all very hazy.
Yeah, I know where it was suggested you were going to go. That you ended up not going.
Yeah, no, we didn't end up going there.
Yes, and then you ended up in your hotel.
Wasn't there a Mexican club with like tiki statues? That does ring a bell.
Oh, I should have gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we left the Peaky Blinders bar not long after you did. Was there none of you the Peaky Blinders bar?
Yes. I left at the Peaky Blinders bar.
I know you did, but we were sat upstairs. Oh, did you go downstairs?
No.
I'm so confused. But yeah, the Mexican, and I think we stayed at the Mexican bar till close. Yeah, that made sense now. That makes sense. And that must have stayed open. That must have stayed till like 3:30, 4:30. I'm definitely too old for this. Lauren, you are absolutely not. The people that were out in Manchester absolutely not too old for it.
Next year, Lauren, we'll take you to the Peaky Blinders bar.
Revisit all the spots. I want to go Peaky Blinders next year. Can we just get there for when the bands start, not for when they? Because the band sounded alright.
That place sober must be a harrowing experience. Let me tell you. Oh God.
I don't recall any sombreros, Gaz, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind us if we wanted to bring some along.
Bring them along. Be YOS.
bring your own sombrero. Fantastic. Oh, this is why I bail before any of this happens. Call me a wet flannel for 8 hours versus the tired haze of the rest doesn't even come close. Yeah, but the stories, Joe, the stories.
Mm-hmm.
No, we had a great time. So we ended up walking back to my hotel. Bricklicker and John T came up. I think Bricklicker got food on the way back, so we piled in my room. I think he ate some food and then he left. Then John T left a little bit after that. Yeah, we were just chatting up, laughing at Bricklicker mainly for for an hour or so. No, maybe not as much as long as an hour, but.
And mind you, how much sleep had you had in like maybe 4 hours in the past 3 days at this point?
Oh, I was running on fumes. Yeah.
I couldn't like make it anymore. I don't know how you did. I was falling asleep throughout the entire day.
Yeah, so from waking up on Thursday at say 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been earlier than that because I think I remember Paige leaving to take Penelope to nursery, so it might have been 8:30. Anyway, I had probably 4-5 hours nap, like between napping and then that like little stint before set up on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I powered through
Sunday, the Saturday into the Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, so John T ended up leaving my room at like 5:30 to go back. I didn't get into the convention hall until like 12:30
because you were kicked out by the person who went to clean your room.
Well, the cleaner came into my room at like 11:30 ish because I should have been checked out at 10. So they came in at 11:30 and she was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, oh crap, I need to like tidy up and go.
Because the room's full of leggings.
Well, to be fair, most of it was actually at the convention hall, but it was, it wasn't the tidiest. And then by the time I was like gathering, I managed to get most of it gathered together. The manager had then come up and be like, you need to go now. I was like, yeah, no, I'm just packing up now. I'm going. Then checked out and then, got all the stuff over, but yeah, it was a good time. Will this all happen at Reading? There's not as much scope for a night out in Reading, but I am taking Sam to the Purple Turtle. It's a rite of passage, and I'm sure many a drink will be consumed at Reading.
It'll be like that burger place in Manchester. We'll have to rent it out and get 30 people down there.
Yeah. Reading this year is going to be a great night out, I will say. Lauren, we had drinks and a chit chat at the hotel bar. Stay with us if you want. I'm Bray so far going to bed by midnight. Mark, we got to get you out at Reading though. You got to come Purple Turtle with us. The Reading bowling experience.
No, we're not going back to that place. That place was sad.
Yeah. Yeah, gonna Wokingham Bowl.
That was
Watching Rosie slowly lose his bottle at bowling. Watching Rosie just lose at bowling anytime is funny because he claimed that he was hitting like 250s for fun.
That's yet to be seen.
Yeah, you yet to hit 200. Hopefully they have drum and bass in the basement at Purple Turtle. Oh, I'm sure they will. The dungeon.
God.
Oh, Sam, the stories I can't wait to share with you while we're having a snake bite at Purple Turtle.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna point to different.
In that corner, I did this. In that corner, that.
Pretty much. On my 18th birthday, Reading has a night scene. Thomas will tell you. Thomas will show. Thomas will show you. I'm going to do guided tours of Reading after dark. Purple Turtle. There are stories about that place. Oh dear. Who's actually staying in Reading for Reading Brick Show? Like, is anyone?
Because we will need to use your hotel.
Yeah, who's actually staying in Reading and who's like, Gaz? I'm assuming you traveled back last year, right? So I'm assuming you guys are doing that again this year. I think Karen Ian will probably do the same as well. Brandon, will you travel back if you're coming for a night out, or? I think we persuaded Jonty to come, so he's gonna come.
Yeah, but we need to tell him what the dates are, because otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we just got to tell him there's a night out, then he'll remember.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I misread that as Rosie taking smack for a second there.
You should have seen what he was doing when he lost the darts.
He disappeared.
Oh yes, that happened as well.
He just disappeared. I'm convinced he threw up in the toilet and then left.
After Rosie left, yeah. After we finished doing the darts, we all went downstairs, and this was when I spilled the drink on Maxine. Rosie disappeared and was never seen from again that night.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the same hotel as last time. Okay, cool. Brickclicker's doing it again. Sweet. The advice for Reading is that the hotels in the centre are pretty cheap and the show is easy to get to by bus. Yeah, super convenient for that. When is it? It's taxiable to mine, to be fair. Oh, fair enough.
It's the end of April, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and 26th of April rings a bell, but I don't know.
26th, 27th is the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, so night out on the Saturday.
And the Friday.
And the Friday. If we're set up.
We will be set up.
I will be.
What are you bringing to Reading?
So this is where the conversation needs to go next. So the road promises.
This is the future.
Yeah. So the new laws. I've got some laws that I'm putting into place now. Thou shalt not.
The 10 Commandments of the mock building.
I will no longer sign up to a show without the mock being at least 90% done. A big show with a reasonably sized mock has to be at least 90% done by the time I sign up. That's I need Simon here for the road promises on this one, but because that, yeah, it's just I am absolutely done with being zonked out and drained and rush building. It's not fun. I actually did enjoy a lot of the building of it, but I can enjoy it without doing that.
Yeah, the streams and stuff were fun. One, we didn't get much progress done on them.
Yeah.
And two, it was, we started too late.
Record # road promises laws, tech commandments. That's lunacy tech. Huh? Paige says it will also improve her life here.
Yes, honestly, poor Paige. When I walked into when I came to your room, there was Lego up the walls, another thing, all over your bed.
Yeah, Paige was building before we left as well, bless her.
Yeah, it was the three of us. Yeah, around the room, building.
Yeah, she was falling asleep mid placing tile. It was great. That's my girl. And you do it all again, wouldn't you, darling?
Yeah.
Crickets. Oh, she said yeah, but we're not going to. That's the
I'd
point.
rather not.
No, we're not going.
We will not
No.
be.
That may be adjusted to 70. It's absolutely not, Lauren. For big shows, if I have like a big mock to 90% is the
Before you sign up.
before I sign up. Yeah.
Don't these things have deadlines though?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The deadlines are getting like super early. The other thing is I'm not displaying something that I haven't featured on my channel first. If it's not in a video that is like out or is like about to come out before the show, if it's not out, if the video is not out before the show, I won't display it at the show.
So what? Yeah, what are you bringing to Reading?
What we got? Month and a half for Reading.
Yeah,
Grogu's capture.
cool. So that's getting finished.
Yes.
By the way, that 80% done.
Right, so Reading is a bit of a no.
The road promises have been broken.
Well, okay. Well, to be fair, Reading I have already signed up with the pod race.
Yes.
So it is
we actually need to amend. I'm going to amend that now.
Yeah, we're now not displaying the pod race at Reading.
I'm going to display.
Well,
the
Sam
stands.
is displaying the stands. Yeah,
I'm going to display what I was going to take to America because I need to get the stand up to the Reading area anyway.
see how in the last 12 months our expectations have been just shattered. And
Yes,
I was going to take this to Chicago, but now I'm going to take it to Reading.
Honestly, it's just as good.
Honestly,
and those stands I'd say are 80% done or more.
That's fair.
It's just the groundwork I need to like, because obviously the curves can't be there, so I'm going to probably just do some corners.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'd say that's it.
Is that also is that one of Caleb's things as well, Lauren? Is that you won't display anything that hasn't been? Yeah, I was.
We should have done that for the pod race because Beyond the Brick took a short of it and it got how many views is that on now?
I didn't even want to look. But yeah, and then it's also like a good advert for your channel as well.
700,000.
Let's go.
Oh.
From a half-built pod race box.
That stings, doesn't it? And all the comments are saying, "Why is it not done?"
Reading is often referred to as the Chicago of the UK.
It is no. Does Chicago have a purple turtle? I think not.
And you can certainly flick the bean in Reading too.
If that cannot be said on a public stream.
Anyway,
Good Lord
stuff. Up the ding, exactly. At least it's not Swindon. Amen. Drink to that. Preach it. So that was, I think, that was my two main rules. Yeah, I think they were my two laws. 80%, sorry, 90% done. It's already coming down. 90% done before applying, and it has to have featured on the channel before displaying. I am going to change my application for Reading in the meantime, and I will be working on those mocks in the next couple of weeks. Displaying a Chrome Dem 1. So that I think is the next video, Gaz. And then after that is going to be the mocks, the other mocks. Then I'll get back to doing the pod race and finishing that. I think that's the plan. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Reading. Reading is good. Swindon is punishment for all the bad things we do. Yeah. Never forget the horrors of the Swindon Ibis. Oh dear.
And there is horrors.
We were all in the naughty corridor, essentially. Good Lord. But the chrome end, my concern and why I didn't end up spray painting the chrome, or like try and chrome the M1 last year, was because I really don't want, once I've like spray painted it, because you can't put like a protective coat on it because it dulls the chrome effect. I don't want to like handle it and transport it everywhere. So that's why I didn't end up doing the chromed M1 last year, because I wanted to take it to conventions.
Right. You can edit your application up to the 31st of March.
Cool.
Already.
Okay, I'll do that tonight. Yeah, that's fine. And Reading, you don't need like a minimum of a table anyway, so I don't have to. I've got one mosaic that's new that will be part of the mock video anyway. Grogu's capture, and I'm sure I'll find something else. The Swindon Dream Lounge horrors. God.
Oh, he's in the dreamland.
Oh, look, his ears perked up now, eh?
That we need to go in last time. No one was up for it. I felt like if it was Manchester, people would have gone in.
I don't know what you're on about. No, I think it's because it was in Swindon, Sam. No one wanted to go in.
Hey, we checked the website.
Yeah, we did. And if you display there before, you don't need to register. Just sign in and tell them what you're bringing. No need to wait for confirmation. Yes.
That's what I'm doing now, and I'm wondering if the previous application.
Gonna build a mech whilst getting a lap dance.
Right, Joe.
Of all the cities, all the towns we've been to these Lego conventions, and Sam chooses Swindon to be the one that he wants to check out.
I said to you this before. It's the same reason that I'm so obsessed with the Swindon roundabout.
I don't think the
keep
Dream
on
Lounge
going
is the
round
number
and
one TripAdvisor place in Swindon, though. The Magic Roundabout is somewhat fair enough.
No, it's right. Okay, we need to move on from this again.
Was it number one on TripAdvisor?
Wow.
Swindon is not nightlife. It is death. Honestly.
It's death.
Honestly. Oh dear. And Mustafar is now destroyed, so I have no backup for Reading. Have you even started sorting the parts yet, Rosie? I know the answer.
I guarantee he is not.
I know the answer, but I just would like you to admit it. Magic Roundabout is probably the name of a dancer.
Honestly.
Oh dear. Tech, I still. What, you still have the pieces? Oh Lord. Rosie needs to do some sorting streams. He absolutely does. You can't let the good people of Reading Brick Show down, Rosie. I'll get them to ban you. Mustafar is in my spare bedroom. We have a story on that Sunday evening. Oh, and it ain't pretty. Oh dear.
Do tell Joe. Let's send him a link.
Jonty would love it in the Dream Lounge.
Exactly. We get Johnny to Swindon. He'll do it with me.
That's great. That's a crazy sentence.
You know what I mean.
He'll do it with you in the Dream Lounge. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Right, we need to very much change topics from this.
We do. Mike and Eric are amazing, but they'd be pissed as fuck. Yeah, I think they would. Jonty would probably pick up like all of them. And on that note, thank you guys. Oh, guys, do you have any more questions, any more queries, any more accusations, any more
accusations?
Anything else before we end things tonight? It's been a good stream. It's been fun just to sit and chat. Recap Bricktastic. Like I said, it is the best show in the UK. If you haven't been, what are you doing? And have you I think you know what you want to build for next year, right, Sam?
I'm gonna say it because it is like I'd say it's already 60% built. So getting to 80 is not gonna be tough.
Wait, is 80 your rule, or is yours 90? Is it like mine?
I'm gonna it'll be it. It is dependent on whether I get my driver's license first, which I have,
Neighbor's license last week.
but I'm gonna try and bring more.
Dun, dun, dun!
If you don't know what that is,
Yeah, if you're new around here.
I started a building series on a mock based on the planet Morak, which is from The Mandalorian. I started it in 2021,
Oof.
I think.
Yep.
I've not touched it since 2022.
It's Frigga says mock of the Dream Lounge? Question mark.
Honest, all right, I might change it up. I have said it's a joke.
Put the Dream Lounge in the base.
That's the interior. Oh.
You get some Twi'leks in there, it'll be a good time.
No, because you imagine the Beyond the Brook interview. So,
And this is
does it have an
Dream Lounge.
interior? Yes, it does, Joshua.
God.
Oh,
Oh dear. And on that note.
and on that note, oh my god.
Oh god. It's gonna need dusted off first, that's for sure. You
It
got to
will
move. You've
do.
got to move house yet, potentially, right?
Yeah, that might also. Yeah, that, and I don't have any space. Like, oh yeah, it's a whole story. It's not like that's part of Morak there. That,
Oh dear. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a couple of ideas of what I want to do for Bricktastic next year. But yes, I will see how the year pans out and what I get done, because I need to have had it pretty much built by October. So that's that on that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Sam, thank you for joining me. It's been a lot of fun.
yeah.
Members, I will be streaming on Thursday. I'll be sorting out some of those tan pieces that ended up just getting dumped in really useful storage boxes. I'll be doing that on Thursday and probably on Saturday as well. I think I put in the schedule. So yeah, just come on, come hang out. Yeah, it's been a good laugh. And we'll carry that on Thursday. But until then, like the stream on your way out, be very much appreciated, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.